Everybody, thank you for coming on out. And by out, of course, I mean to your own living room. And I know that some of you are thinking, hey, I saw this show last week and he was wearing the same shirt. And I was actually, but it was a week ago, so maybe I did the laundry. No, I didn't. I didn't. No. Maybe it's because I only have one shirt. No, actually, it's because I thought maybe I'll string this stuff together and it would be best if I were wearing the same shirt if I did that, right? Okay. Anyway, and I know people, by which I mean women, notice this sort of thing. 'Cause my buddy Pete and I were going to this bar in Miami years ago. And this girl's coming out and she goes, "Hey Pete, you wore that same shirt yesterday." He goes, "No, I didn't." She goes, "Yes, you did." He goes, "No, I didn't." And she goes, "Yes, you did." And he goes, "So what?" And I'm sitting in the college cafeteria one time and this girl Robin turns to her buddy and says, "Hey, see that guy over there at the dessert rack? He wore that same shirt yesterday." She goes, "Mm-hmm." And I'm thinking, 900 kids in this dorm, and she's keeping score on what everybody's wearing. But I learned, don't wear the same shirt 2 days in a row. Space it out by one day if you have to. And I always thought that any guy, any man as he ages has to dye his hair. It's so shallow and so insecure. But then, when my son was 16 one day, he decides to get really crazy with his hair. And he's putting orange and green and bleaching some of it. And I thought, hey, here's something we can do together. We don't play ball together anymore. We don't go to movies much. And so I go and I get a bottle of just brown, just for men. Because my hair was pretty gray, getting pretty gray at that point. And I put it in just as a lark. And I was like, wow, look at that. I'm looking all of a sudden after years at like the 35-year-old me. Other than for the age lines and the circles under my eyes, which thank God for softening vision, I don't even notice because I'm a guy. And I thought, this is great. This is great. They say perception is reality, and all of a sudden seeing the younger me, I started getting more energetic. I felt I had to do stuff. Whereas some of my friends were aging, were going, "Oh, my back's hurting. Yeah, after dinner, I'm gonna sit on the couch and watch like 19 football games." No, I'm energetic. I got to get out there and do stuff, and it's been great. It's been great. So I highly recommend it. Now, if the Chinese take over with their reverence for age, now shave my head and let it come in white and gray, So yes, this is the honest way to live. But the circles under my eyes, I just have had them since I was like 11. My friend John Benjamin said to me, "Man, you got the worst circles under your eyes." I'm like, well, I've got the bedroom in the back. It kind of obligates me to watch Johnny Carson. Nobody knows I'm awake, and that's going to happen. But I go into my mom's bathroom. She's busy. She's getting ready for work. She's in and out, half dressed. And so I take her makeup. I go, "This will never work. I'll try it." I go, "Oh my God. Oh my God. This is amazing. No one's ever going to detect it." I get 1 foot just leaning across the bathroom doorway. Was he out of bounds? Not even out of bounds yet. She's got her arm linked on mine going, "What is that you have on your face, young man?" I'm like, you'd think I'd gone goth and dyed my fingernails black or something like that. But that didn't fly at all. I did not make it. So anyway. I had to fix that up, but now I can. Now I can put under the, and in fact, I use this bye-bye under eye stuff, and as you can tell from looking at my eyes, I don't have enough on right now, do I? I want to talk a little bit about the supermarket and ways to make it better. I know great comedians, Sebastian Maniscalco and Bill Burr have talked about this very subject, the self-serve cash register scene, which is getting bigger and bigger. I mean, because you go to Kroger before 7 a.m. There are zero cashiers, none at all. But as the day goes on, after 7 o'clock, they'll put in one, and the rest is all up to you. They just keep putting in more registers, and there's like that one scarecrow employee there trying to watch everybody, and everybody's machine has a foul up. So you need, "I'm waiting. Your help is on the way." No, it isn't. So. I play the man card. Now, before COVID, there were all these bins, scoop bins with nuts, and they range from $3.99 to $12.99 for nuts. And, my thing was, I wouldn't do this, but there are probably people who change the prices. And what I would recommend, if were I to be the type of person who would do this, I say go big. Don't try to hide anything. Write the number for the bin in really big numbers so it looks like you're not hiding anything. And then, in case you're on camera, just keep switching them around, dumping bags back in, switching around, so it's total confusion. Looks like that 3-card Monte game. Which one's the money under? Which one's the money under? So nobody could tell if you were making a mistake. You go, I'm confused. Look at me. Don't I look confused? And then it gets to the vegetables. You play the man card there. It's like you got your cucumber for 50 cents. Not bad. The zucchini looks kind of the same. $1.38. Yeah, yeah. And I mean, how could I tell? I'm a guy. How could I tell? And my ex says, oh, I'm kind of nervous. I might get caught. And I'm like, if they were spending that kind of money on labor, they'd have real cashiers there. And besides, you can always say, hey, I accidentally brought my friend's glasses in here from the car, and I could barely see. The mask on, it was all fogged up. I couldn't see anything. Yeah, you saw the 50 cents and the $1.38 pretty well, didn't you, sir? Didn't you? Right this way, security office is back here. Whew. So it gets tough in there, but just a little bit of guidance. People believe so much of what they read or what they hear, take it as gospel. My kids had said at various times, Shakespeare didn't write all that stuff. Oh, he didn't? Who told you? Because I'd heard this, but no, from any authority. I said, Mr. Jenkins, my high school English teacher, told me. Oh, so your high school English teacher is now questioning, critiquing the veracity of Shakespeare's work written 400 years ago. And there aren't like the big 5 plays. There are like 50 plays, and it's not like, oh, we passed the story down, mouth to mouth, No, they're written down. They're written down, they're produced every year, and they're for real. And if you think about what the literacy rate was like 400 years ago, it was approaching 0. That was their goal, to get up to 0. People are on the ground. I'm learning to make a good X so you can recognize my name. A bowl of porridge, please. Yeah. So now we have 3-year-olds operating computers at light speed. So we've come a long way in the terms of education and literacy, no matter what you hear about the public schools today. A long way from 1600. Yet if you go out on the street and you ask everybody that walks by, who do you think's the most famous playwright, English-speaking playwright, 100% are going to say Shakespeare, Shakespeare, Shakespeare. If Norman Lear happened to walk by and you grabbed him, he might say, I think Norman Lear. But no, everybody else is going to say Shakespeare. So I know 400 years from now, Mr. Jenkins from your high school will have his works on display. That nobody could do a red circle around my misspellings like Mr. Jenkins. Oh, he was the best. Yeah. You better think about who you're critiquing, buddy. The junior name gets me, and I always insult someone in the crowd. I'll probably get beat up one of these days, right here in my own living room with nobody here while I get beat up. But it drives me crazy. It's guys, because women might sneak in the middle name. They might sneak into their daughter the middle name. But guys, I'm so great. I need to name my son after myself. The world needs a carbon copy of me. As tough as the world is, he doesn't deserve his own identity. He can be me again. Yeah. I have a friend, Jon Jones, whose dad, I found out, was John also. He goes, no, it's different. I'm Jon Jones the Fourth. I go, that's even worse. Your credit report's going to be all over the place because hackers going to get in there with Jon Jones, and yeah, it's going to be crazy. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. So it gets funny though in a way because you'll hear something like John Wayne Zemeckis Jr. was arrested when police found 460 photos of young children in compromising positions on his computer. Now, if your name's Jon Jones, you might get away with it. But John Wayne Zemeckis, everybody at work knows who Dad is. Hey, saw your kid on the news last night, Johnny. Great. You're up for Father of the Year again? I don't think so. Your son's in a little bit of trouble. Good job you did raising. So, speaking of that crime, that horrible situation, it must be so awful to have that desire to be a pedophile. Oh, nobody would want that. It's awful, and the criminal penalties are awful, as they should be. And, you get stuck with that. You must be on red alert 24/7. I mean, you never can relax. Never. Anyone? Yeah? Stop waving. I see you back there in scout uniform. Okay. What are you looking around for? You're in your living room. What do you think? Your wicked Uncle Ernie's gotten back out and he's come to visit you? Really? So, I can just picture the guy coming home from work. You know, he's kept it as a secret from his wife for 20 years. He said, honey, where's my laptop? She goes, oh, it's running a little slowly. So I took it down to the Geek Squad. And you know, I just remembered I got to pick up my friend Joe at the airport. I don't know how it slipped my mind. Where's that suitcase that I keep fully packed? Hey, listen, we've had some great times together, and I'm going to text you where the car's parked. And you might want to think about going back to your maiden name tonight. You know, it might be a good idea, maybe move. And good luck to you. Good luck to you. I got to go. What else we got? We got some props. Some stuff came in. Some mail. I just got some mail from last week's show. People must have looked up my address. I certainly don't publish on Google. Bob Donald from Bel Air Bluffs wrote in. He was complaining about the lighting. Bob, this is what we call a shoestring budget. I've got one AA battery running the whole thing. Okay? So just take it easy. The rest of the budget goes to masks. All right, so thank you for critiquing that. And Rick Krasny is an eye doctor I went to high school with. And he wrote in. This was interesting. He sent me back the Christmas card I sent too, because I thought they were the neighbors' kids. I just never knew. I was busy at work a lot, you know, thinking that's an eye doctor. Oh God! And this sign I found on the street, right down the block from the Comedy Store back in 1983. As you can see, Sunset Boulevard, right down the street, 8400. If you Google, I'm pacing up and down the block before they do the sign-up sheet, and I found this. And I thought, well, that is really cool. And the next morning, I brought it into work, and people said, oh, you just found it. And they all laughed and they looked at me. They didn't believe me, honest John. And I said, the very fact that you think that I have both the ability to climb a pole and the nerve, the brass ones, to climb a pole on Sunset Boulevard and cut this sign down is the greatest compliment you could ever pay me. No, I don't have that. I don't have guts like that. But I just want to say thank you, everybody. Maybe we'll catch each other next week here at the COVID Club. Thank you very much for coming on down. All right. As Ferris Bueller would say, the show's over. Go on.